can you now see me?
Yes, I can see you.
You don't have to whisper anymore. You can talk normally now.
Got it. How's the event going?
It's good. Do I look good actually? Because I'm in front of a lot of people here.
You look great. Ready for the spotlight.
Awesome. Okay, so give me a second. I'm gonna try to draw something for you, and I'll show it to you.
Sounds good. I'm curious to see what you come up with.
Just give me a few more seconds.
Take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready.
Okay, ChatGPT is pretty patient.
No rush. I'm always here when you're ready to.
Okay, so based on what I drew here, can you take a guess at where I am? And also, can you translate what I wrote?
Yes. That's the Golden Gate Bridge, so you must be in San Francisco. And you wrote, Bonjour, developer, which means hello, developers, in French.
Pretty cool. All right. You know the pretty cool bridge. ChatGPT is pretty clever. Next, I have this book. Can you take a look? ChatGPT, what is this?
Yeah, that's Poor Charlie's Almanac by Charlie Munger. It's a collection of his speeches, talks, and life philosophy. Munger is known for his wisdom on investing and decision.
Yeah, can you just give me a random number between 1 and 400?
Sure. How about 126?
126, here we go. Page 126. Can you give me like a brief overview of what's happening on this page?
It looks like this page talks about Coco Chanel's rule for success. It mentions that Chanel focused on identifying the qualities her customers wanted and made sure to offer them. Essentially, understanding your audience desires is key to success. Would you like a bit more detail from the page?
No, I think I'm good. This is pretty amazing. You read faster than I could read just one line, so it's pretty amazing. All right, cool. Next, I'd like to show you something else. So instead of camera, I'll go real quick here, and instead of sharing camera, I'll share my screen. So I'm going to bring up ChatGPT one more time here with audio capabilities. I'm going to reduce this window a little bit.
Can you clarify?
Okay, ChatGPT, I'm going to share my screen with you. Can you see what I see?
Yes, I can see your screen. What are we looking at here?
I'm currently working on this app. It's a travel app, and I'd like to make it a little better. But there's one thing that I'm not quite sure about doing, and I'd like your help. So if I go to this tab here, and if I try to put the final touches on it, it feels like the responsiveness is not really good. Like, what do you think?
I see what you mean. When you switch to the mobile view, the layout looks a bit cramped and the images seem squished. Have you considered using media queries to adjust the layout for smaller screens?
So let's take a look at the code here. Maybe you could help me. I'm going to send you first like this whole component. I'm going to copy the code over to you if you can take a look. Can you give me like a one-line overview of what's going on in that one?
This code defines a React hook, use assistant, that manages interactions with an AI assistant. It handles sending and receiving messages, file uploads, and streaming responses from a server.
Okay, cool. I don't think that's where we need to change some stuff. I think it might be over here in the Discover component. What do you think?
Yeah, it does look like this is where the layout is being set for the 10 descriptions.
So I'm using Tailwind CSS. What should I do exactly to kind of change it and make it responsive here?
You could adjust the grid color attributes on mobile sizes by using mobile.
What's the kind of prefix I should use for mobile screens then?
You can use the SM prefix for small screens.
Okay. Try that. I say this, and maybe for other. Is that looking right? Like medium screen, maybe 2, and then we keep the 3 for large screens, something like that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
Adjusting the column. How does it look now?
What do you think?
It looks much better. The
Awesome.
images and layout. Great job solving that.
So I really like using ChatGPT on desktop as a coding assistant. But of course, this was a very trivial use case, but what's also even more interesting is when you start reasoning out loud with ChatGPT to build something, but you also tell like, hey, actually I'm gonna get Cursor to do it, but what should I prompt Cursor? And I've done that many times. It's also pretty amazing to see how both of them can interact across modalities. But let's go back to my presentation, please. I'd like to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's on our mind. What are we working on next at OpenAI as we think about these modalities and the future of models? So there are 4 things that are currently top of mind for us, especially for all of you developers building on the platform. The first thing is textual intelligence. Of course, as you can tell, we're extremely excited about modalities, but we also think that increasing textual intelligence is still very key to unlock the transformational value of AI. And we expect the potential of LLMs, we expect that potential to still very huge in the future. Those models today, they're pretty good, as we can tell, we're building things with them. But at the same time, what's really cool to realize is that they're the dumbest they'll ever be. We'll always have better models coming up. And if you will, it's almost like you have first graders working